What is it like to lay down while flying 30,000 feet in the air and arrive at your destination refreshed and ready to explore? That is a question Rachel and I have always wondered about. With an average one-way business class ticket costing more than $5,000, this question has always seemed out of reach. This changed 2 years ago when we started to travel more seriously and learn about credit card reward points and redemptions for specific airlines. When planning our trip to Japan, we decided it was finally time to use our points we had been saving and fulfill our dream of flying business class on Japan Airlines Sky Suites. Priced at over $12,000 a ticket, Japan Airlines Business Class is world-renowned for their exquisite in-flight dining, attention to detail, and professional yet warm service. With that in mind, Rachel and I couldn't wait to experience what felt like a once-in-a-lifetime experience together. Good morning, everyone. We're here at Seattle International Airport very early in the morning. We're about to hop on our first leg of our trip to Japan on Japan Airlines Business Class. We're flying on their Sky Suites, and this is our first ever time in business class, so we are so excited.
So excited.
We booked this flight using Alaska Miles. Unfortunately, because it was Japan's peak travel season, we had to book a one-stop in San Diego before heading to Tokyo. Despite the fact that our second leg of our flight was in business class, there weren't really any perks for the first leg of our flight on Alaska Airlines from Seattle to San Diego. Nonetheless, it was a smooth flight experience, and in no time we were on the ground in San Diego.
Okay, so we made it to San Diego. Everything went really smoothly, and I'm excited because now I feel like is when the business class experience starts. We're gonna go to the lounge, get some food, do a little work, and just hang out. Passengers flying premium cabins on JAL out of San Diego get access to the Aspire Lounge, which, if we're being honest, was a bit disappointing due to the lack of variety of food options and how small and crowded the lounge was. Despite its shortcomings, it was a super convenient place to grab some breakfast and do some last-minute work before heading out on vacation.
It is worth noting that if you fly JAL out of Japan, you get access to the Sakura Lounge, which is incredible. With a variety of food options to order, specific rooms for working and taking calls, massage chairs, shower rooms, and incredible views of the runway, the Sakura Lounge is a perfect place to relax before your flight. After a few hours in the lounge, we headed to our gate where we got our first look at the Boeing 787, which would be our home for the next 12 hours.
The plane is huge. Validated the seat map is what we wanted, so we're on the Sky Suites. So life is good. I'm super excited.
Another reason I'm really excited for this flight is we got new luggage from Level 8 Luggage. Our previous luggage was getting super beat up from all of our flights, so this is a really fun upgrade for me.
And we got this yellow color, which is super fun and cool, and I'm excited about it because every time our luggage comes off the belt, it's like, oh, is that one ours? And we'll know for sure whether the bright yellow one is our luggage. Before we hop on the flight and see what business class is like, we did want to follow up and say that our Level 8 luggage was actually super awesome during our trip to Japan. We ended up taking it all over Tokyo on the days when we were switching hotels, and we were pleasantly surprised with how well it held up. The premium materials really did show, as it was practically unscathed as we took it on planes, trains, and cars all over Japan.
One of the features that really came in handy was the TSA-approved luggage lock. This was super convenient for times where we couldn't take our luggage inside places and had to leave it outside connected to the bike and stroller racks. The built-in pockets and dividers were also really handy as the trip went on, and we didn't have a great place to put our dirty clothes. While the luggage does come in different colors, we really enjoyed having the yellow luggage because not only was it easy to identify at the baggage claim, it also felt very fashion-forward while we were traveling through Japan. If you're in the market for luggage and want to give it a try, we'll leave a link in the description for 10% off Level 8 luggage. And with that, it was now the moment we had been waiting for.
Walking down the jet bridge, first ever business class flight, super excited. Our jaws dropped as we walked onto the plane and saw our seats.
Like a full room right here. Oh my goodness.
That's awesome. Waiting on our seats was just about everything that we would need to stay comfortable for the next 12 hours.
So we have full drinking water, cute slippers, nice blanket, like this is thick. Earphones, because I mean the screen's huge. Got toothpaste, this is a full little kit in here. Like fancy.
That's a nice bag.
It's a nice bag. Toothbrush, little tissues, earplugs, eye mask, and a moisture mask.
Wow.
Wow.
Skincare. The Sky Suites on the Boeing 787 are set in a 222 configuration, which, while it sounds bad, is actually really well done. Every seat has direct aisle access, with the window seats having what feels like a mini hallway to get to your seat.
The seat itself is a 4-way, fully adjustable seat, which is surprisingly spacious, with room to stand in front of.
Being 6 feet tall, I was a little worried I would have to bend my knees, but the bed turned out to be more than enough space for me to fully extend.
Despite not having a door, the suite feels like you're in a private room with a lot of privacy.
Okay, this is awesome. Like, I've seen pictures, but like, it's so much better being in person. There's so much room. Like, I literally feel like I have my own room right now. Like, this is just so fun, so great.
Each seat comes equipped with a full universal power outlet, an adjustable side table which allows aisle access while down, a place for headphones, a huge 23-inch LCD TV controllable via remote, and ample storage areas under the footrest and to the sides of the seat. Within minutes of sitting down, we were served a pre-departure orange juice and were shown a quick safety video before taking off into the San Diego sky. Unfortunately, because Jason and I picked the middle seats to more easily talk to one another, we don't have a very good takeoff video.
Moments after reaching cruising altitude, the crew came by and took our orders for dinner. JAL is world-renowned for their in-flight catering, and we could not wait to try what they had for dinner. I opted for the Japanese menu, and Rachel took one for the team and got the Western menu so we could try both options. Both meals started with a first course of olives and nuts, which was scrumptious. The tangy yet sweet notes from the olives was a perfect balance with the smooth and rich flavors of the nuts. We washed this down with Japan Airlines' famous Skytime drink, which is a wonderful peach and grape flavored soda. For our second course, I was served indori gozen, or a selection of seasonal colorful delicacies, which was a delicious and fun way to get my taste buds ready for Japan. This was made up of grilled asparagus with steamed chicken, simmered wakame seaweed, bamboo shoots, clams, yam, shiitake mushrooms, sesame cream, roast beef, sauteed tofu, sake steamed sea bream, shrimp cake, and octopus with lemon flavored jelly. While I do have to admit this was a bit adventurous, even for me, I thoroughly enjoyed the bold and new flavors.
My second course was shrimp, zucchini, sweet corn quiche, roast beef, and tuna, which, despite being less adventurous, was equally fresh and delicious.
For the Japanese-style main course, they brought out simmered beef tongue, potatoes, grilled salmon, and miso with a side of rice. The beef tongue was surprisingly tender, juicy, and had a slight sweetness which was very unique. The salmon was juicy and super fresh. When combined with the rice, it was incredible. This course continued the trend of fun yet delicious foods, and I would personally have to say this was my favorite course.
The American main dish was prime beef with mashed potatoes and artichoke sauce. It was good for being plain food, but nothing in particular to write home about. Finally, for dessert, we were both served a sweet yet salty mango and macadamia nut cheesecake, which was delectable.
After our meal, I checked out the bathroom, which was impeccably clean and well stocked with toothbrushes, mouthwash, face spray, and hand lotion. To my surprise, there was even a bidet on board, which was definitely a first for me on an airplane. When I got back to my seat, the cabin lights were dimmed and Rachel and I were both feeling pretty tired. To our surprise, the flight somehow kept getting better as the flight attendants pulled out an airweave mattress pad and offered to make our bed. Excited to finally sleep while on a plane, we took them up on this offer and watched as our dining room was transformed into our private bedroom. The mattress pad and blankets were super comfortable, and there was something just cozy about sleeping in what felt like a little pod. Just woke up from a 3 or 4 hour nap, which was awesome. As someone who traditionally can't really sleep on planes unless I'm like laying down across the row, this was definitely a game changer. Felt very refreshed. And then I just ordered some of the Japan Airlines famous curry, which I can't wait. So far this flight is like 4 hours to go. It's flown by. It's been a dream. Loved it so far. I ordered via the in-flight entertainment screen, and in a matter of minutes it was delivered straight to my seat. There was something about it which was just comforting, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
After hearing so much about the JAL ramen, I had to try it. The noodles were a perfect chewy texture and the broth was surprisingly rich and flavorful. It definitely made me excited for the ramen we would be trying in Japan.
For dessert, we opted for a strawberry Haagen-Dazs ice cream, which was the perfect way to end our meal.
One thing we'll note once again is that the Dine On-Demand options were much better on our flight from Tokyo to Seattle, as the catering available for JAL out of Japan is just a bit better than the catering out of the US. Both were great, but if you do have the opportunity and can only choose one leg, we would recommend flying from Japan to the US for the best experience. After finishing our second meal, I checked out the in-flight entertainment. The screen was huge, which is super great for watching movies. There were a decent amount of options to pick, but I would have to say I've seen better media options from other airlines. In what felt like a matter of minutes, we started our descent into Tokyo.
Before we land, we want to take a moment to talk about how we booked these $12,000 tickets and how you can book them yourselves for just $60 and 60,000 points. If you want the best deal, booking with Alaska or American Airlines gives you the best value at 60,000 points for a one-way ticket. However, the challenge with these airlines is that it can be a bit difficult to procure their points if you don't fly them often and use airline-specific credit cards. For a few more points, you can also book these exact same flights with Cathay Pacific Miles, which is a transfer partner of American Express, or even British Airways, which is a partner of both Chase and Capital One. Thankfully, as we are based out of Seattle, we have an Alaska credit card and we're able to book using Alaska Miles.
The secret to finding award availability with Japan Airlines is to either book 10 to 11 months in advance or to book 2 to 3 weeks in advance. We found that the long-term award availability can be pretty hard to find, but if you have a bit of flexibility on your departure date, you can almost always find openings 2 to 3 weeks before. We traveled to Japan during peak season at the end of May, and we were still able to find availability on JAL pretty easily, although we did have to fly out one day earlier than we had anticipated. While there are a lot of different ways to get value from your credit card points, we would definitely recommend flying business class on Japan Airlines as one of the best.
Well, we made it. I don't think I've ever felt so well rested after a flight. I slept great. I ate great food. Like, the flight just flew by. That was like a really awesome experience.
Honestly, yeah, super great travel experience. It was the first time, I was excited to land, but I wasn't like, I can't wait to land, because it was just like very enjoyable. The crew people, everyone was so nice.
Yeah.
The food was so good. The chair, everything was so comfortable. So it's just a 10 out of 10 experience.
Amazing.
Our experience flying on Japan Airlines Sky Suites was nothing short of exceptional, and in many cases it even surpassed our already high expectations. We are so grateful for the ability that we have to travel, and checking off this dream together was an experience that we will never forget.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more travel content like this, be sure to subscribe below. Thank you so much, and we hope you have a great day.